is this telling me? So confused. Why is YouTube Live telling me that I don't have enough to... I'm not pushing good enough. There we go. Oh man, my nose is going crazy. YouTube is still giving me. Okay, I'll be right back, everybody. We got mine. Okay, there's that, there's that. And I don't know how far we're going to go. We're not going to go very far today. Maybe 5K, maybe a little more. We'll see. We'll see how we feel today. I'm still trying to take it easy after my big 100-mile week I did. You can definitely tell there's a storm. The weather is changing. We're supposed to get snow tomorrow, so and you can tell by just the feel in the air and what the sky looks like, all that. You can tell there's definitely something moving in. But we're just gonna go for a little bit. I don't know how. Like I said, I don't know how far we're gonna go, but my tummy is kind of iffy. Let me make sure chat is working. And on both. Okay, it's working on both. But yeah, my nose, because of the change in the temperature, my nose is kind of, I don't know, gunky. And it's not my sinuses, it's just my nose. Not really gunky. Maybe it's just because of the different pressures makes my nose feel gunky. But it is, the barometric pressure is definitely changing. Man, I don't want to go out there. This, I can honestly say this training block is sucking because I'm just not motivated to go outside because it's cold. But I gotta do it. Got to do it. Yeah. I just gotta get this over with for today so I can get some work done. Stayed up way too late last night playing 7 Days to Die, which for those of you that joined me yesterday, that was a 9.5 hour stream I did last night. And if I had it to do all over again, I would have done it again. I was enjoying playing 7 Days. I've forgot how much I actually enjoy that game, although I will say that I'm caught. My glove's caught. I will say that some of the mechanics and I guess you could say loop pools and all that kind of stuff has changed. So it's a little bit different, but not too bad. I think I only died maybe, 8 or 9 times yesterday, which is a surprise for me. Oh, let's make sure my watch is on. Yep, there we go. Pigeons are out. Actually not too bad out today, which again would be, something smells good. Where's that food smell coming from? The parrot, maybe? Something smells just so freaking good. Oh, there's that cafe right here, or whatever. I always forget about that place. That's probably where I was smelling food. But it's actually warmed up a bit, which is normal when we're getting a snowstorm. I did make the mistake. Oh, that's where the homeless people left or went to. This little area over here. Cause I was like, they're not underneath that one bridge. They moved over here. They must have got kicked out for that one bridge. I guess we'll go this way. I'm gonna switch cameras. We're gonna run down to the park, I think. I made it across the road. We'll just go this way. But yeah, so I don't think I'm gonna go. I don't know. I'll double check the weather down in Bozeman, but usually if it's snowing here, it's snowing down there. but the group said that the weather wasn't supposed to be too bad where we're doing the group run tomorrow, but it's the tallest peak in that range that you can climb, which if I was to do it, I mean, you're talking probably that'd take me a long time, probably a 5-hour run. So I don't think I would be going all the way to the top anyways, but it'll definitely be snowing up there if it's even remotely close to any weather. I guess probably snowing up there right now. But if the weather's going to be kind of crappy, I'm not going to even worry about going down there for it. Which sucks because I enjoy running with him, but I don't know what that guy was honking at. Somebody's honking there, and it's like there's no light. Nobody, whatever. I don't know. There's nothing to honk at, let's put it that way. He's sitting at a red light, waiting to go straight. Nobody in front of him. Light didn't change, So who knows? Oh man, it does feel good to get out here. There we go. Whether you're looking this way. It does feel good to be out here running. Legs feeling good. I don't know how far I ran yesterday. I didn't wear my watch, so I have no idea. I didn't live stream it because I didn't have anything on it. I actually left my phone at the house. I just ran out at 10 Mile Creek and skipped the gym. I went out to 10 Mile Creek just so I could hit the gym. I better hit the button, I guess. Otherwise, it's not going to change. I really need to stop skipping the gym, that's for sure. But I don't know, it's kind of a pain in the ass to get out there to the gym because so it's not like super busy. You have to there's only certain windows you can go out there of time. And it's it's 15-minute drive to get to the gym. So it's just kind of a pain in the butt. But I have no excuse. I mean, whoop-de-doo, 15 minutes, whoop-de-doo. If I go to the grocery store, it's I guess it's a 5-minute drive for me at the grocery store. Which I need to hit the grocery store right after this. I'm almost out of lots of stuff, and when the weather's like this, I'm not gonna lie, I want some tomato soup and grilled cheese sandwiches. So I think I am going to buy some tomato soup and stuff to make a grilled cheese sandwich. Actually, I'm probably gonna buy stuff to make a grilled cheese and ham sandwich. But I need to do a little bit less. See if I can buy not as much bread, let's put it that way. Because otherwise I will make 12 grilled cheese sandwiches today and eat them all. It is still cold enough out here that the little breeze I'm making by running forward is making my eyes water. Well, I can smell pizza now. Going next to Domino's. It's probably one reason why my tummy's not happy with me, because I ate pizza the other day. haven't had pizza for a long time. And I didn't just have a little bit of pizza. I had a lot of pizza. Okay, we will persevere. Should have worn the heavier gloves because my hands are cold. I think once I warm up here in a little bit, I'll be okay, but they are cold right now. Uncomfortably cold, I should say. Oh. It looks really kind of frosty, almost snowy up on the mountain, but it hasn't snowed. This is crazy. It must be like just some thick freaking frost, which it was a little bit foggy this morning, so which would be a freezing fog, as cold as it is. So that could be why. Probably it's very frosty up there. I thought about going out to North Mountain. I really wanted to, but I don't feel like having to spend money on gas to get out there. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Might see if somebody wants to go out there with me. It'd only be like a little 8-mile run or something. Depending on the weather, of course. I'll go across and run down. I usually turn on that other side of the street, but we gotta be on this side anyway, so. Watch your step. Let's go around this way. We don't ever go around this direction. There's a bunch of women with kids and wagons over on that side, so let's go this side. Through the little nature park little area here. It's not really conducive for running, but it's okay. Probably got strollers. I thought they had wagons. This is a cool little, it's exploration center, what is it called? Exploration Works, maybe? It's a science center. It's really cool. I would go there, spend time just on my own if it wasn't frowned upon. And I don't necessarily know it's frowned upon, but I'd feel like a weirdo because there's nothing but parents and kids there. They have a really good robotics program there that you can sign up for. I have to try and blow my nose out here real quick. Oh. We'll just do a couple laps here. Oh, because I was thinking about doing our 4-mile route or even the 10K route, but should see if Lindsay wants to maybe go run that trail, but actually it looks like, yep, they did. The way this weather is right now, it looks like it snowed a bit up where I wanted to go. So I may not be able to run that trail anyways. I don't get quite as high as where that snow looks like it is, because you kind of go up over a saddle, but definitely looks like it got some snow up there. So maybe they did get some snow on not Helena last night. I just didn't know it. Guy out here pulled somebody over. It makes you wonder, like, why? Because it's kind of not really a junky looking truck. Definitely an older, smaller truck. Not a fancy truck, let's put it that way. So I doubt the guy was like speeding, but who knows? It's like people in other areas talk about, profiling and stuff like that. It's actually a nicer, not a bad looking truck really, but the profiling here isn't racial. It is almost economical, I guess. So it's if you have a junky looking vehicle, you just look sus to them. This guy here is running. He's probably only running like a 5K, but he's moving pretty good, that's for sure. But he's not moving as fast as I thought. It's because he's a shorter guy. So he looked like he was going way faster than me. Nope. It's because he's got little legs, so they're moving a lot faster. Wait for me, I got little legs. What is this, I can't read where that's at. Some Christmas Eve thing. They're like, you're invited. I can't read what it is. The something center. I can't read which center it is. At first I thought it was probably the Myrna Loy or something, but that's not the Myrna Loy. Roadrunner, hey. You run by heart rate? No. I don't run by heart rate. I go by, well, most of the time when I'm just out like today, just goofing off, I run by feel. Especially if I'm doing like a longer run up in the mountains, I run by feel. But if I'm doing structured training, I get down into the scientific side of it, figure out what my threshold pace is, and I'll run, my training based upon that percentage of threshold pace. or even percentage of VO2 max, depending on what kind of training I'm trying to do. If I'm doing like speed training and such, I'll do LT1, LT2 type training, which is LT stands for lactate threshold. And then factor everything off of that, off of percentages, because a lot of times heart rate isn't accurate, let's put it that way, as far as measurements for if you're trying to get, to increase like your threshold pace or velocity of VO2 max, that kind of stuff. Trying to keep it under 159, 150, and never do that. Amazing views, by the way. Yeah, it's starting. There's a storm system moving in, so it's going to be snowing tomorrow, which is why I really wanted to hit the mountain today, but I just didn't have the motivation to drive anywhere. I mean, I could have ran up on Mount Helen and did the Ridge Trail, which is about 16 miles round trip, but I just didn't feel like doing it. So we're just gonna run 80 miles a day. Sometimes you have to listen to your body. I gotta blow my nose out. Hold on. You guys can look at the garbage jump or the transfer station. Here, you guys look at the golf course. There we go. Looks like it's already snowing up on the Continental Divide. That direction. See, my problem is I run way too much under like a 150 or whatever. Like if you're doing more of like a, what is it, Mafferty or whoever that person is, always talking about zone 2 training. I run way too much in that. That's why I've lost quite a bit of speed, and my VO2 max has actually gone down, or my velocity, the VO2 max has gone down. My VO2 max probably isn't reduced that too much, other than the fact that I haven't done a lot of hard training for the last 3 months, but there's this, I don't know, I call it a what do you call it, a freaking mulch pile or whatever you want to call it, compost pile right there. Man, that thing stinks. And they do, like, every spring they'll bring a truck in and they chop all that up into mulch or compost or whatever and then haul it off somewhere. But I'm more fit. But I feel like I run more than play tennis. Yeah. Well, I love how, especially on the ultra scene, it seems a lot of your really good ultra runners out there, ultra trail runners, I should say, used to play soccer, like back in high school or college. I just love how people from other sports, venture into the running scene. I love it. So jacked, I know.
Yeah, I can always tell, like, when I show up on races. Now, I will say, before UTMB, you could definitely tell I had been doing a lot of mountain running, a lot of vert, because even me looking at my legs, I was like, damn, my legs have gained inches, like on my quads and everything. But you can always tell, like, just freaking mountain goats out there, that just these huge tree trunk, like, toned muscle, but tree trunk legs. Need to see how I foam roll and stretch after runs? I need to see that too, because I don't do it. Which is actually quite common for, like, really, like, ultra endurance runners. And actually the science has shown that as far as stretching goes, there's no necessarily advantage to, like, ultra endurance running, because stretching will actually elongate, goes into the science, it elongates the head of the muscle, all that kind of stuff, and then reduces power, all that. But overall, it's more advantageous for, like, shorter distance runners. But foam rolling is a good thing. I mean, if you got tight muscle, foam rolling, definitely. I use a massage gun, so in a way, I guess I do foam roll, but I do the same thing. I just use a massage gun. Yeah, foam rolling is painful. That's why I hate it. But even my massage gun, when I hit the spot, man, like, my calf muscles are always just horrendous. And when they get really bad, I will, because I have a foam roller, I will hit it with a foam roller and then follow it up with the massage gun. But even, like, you know, like when I roll into, like, a ultra and I see all these guys that are doing the dynamic running routines like you did in cross country or track, it's like, that doesn't do anything for you. There's no need for it when you're talking the ultra distances, and science has proven that too. Now, it's awesome if you're doing, say, like, half marathon or shorter, even maybe marathon, depending on how fast you run the marathon, of course. But a lot of miles, you gotta must eat a lot too. I do. I eat way more than I need to, though, and not always the most healthiest options. But this time of year, I should say, any other time of the year, I love the holidays, so I eat not very good food, a lot of baked goods, stuff like that, but I do eat a lot of food. If I'm in, like, what I normally would be this week, I've been a little less just because my body needed to back off a bit. But, like, an hour away from me, if I'm not eating, 5,000-6,000 calories a day, my body hates me. Problem is I will run 100, 120 miles in a week where I can't eat enough food, and then I take a week like this and I'm still eating like I'm running 15, 16 miles a day and I'm not, and then I gain a lot of weight, which then is not necessarily a bad thing if it's the right type of weight. But for me, it's just fat. And then you can't run as fast or as efficient. You don't feel as strong because it's a lot harder if you're talking the same muscle mass, same strength. It's a lot harder to get your body to go, say run 12 miles with an extra 15 pounds around my middle versus if I don't have that. Now, if it was muscle, it'd be different because then my strength ratio is going to be different. But I don't know, there's something. I heard people always talk about how, healthier lifestyle when they were over in Europe and that kind of stuff, as far as the food goes and all that. There's a lot of stuff that we're allowed to have in our food over here that we're not allowed to have in their food over in Europe. And the 3 months I spent in Europe this last summer, I lost. I was back down to my quote-unquote race weight. And I was eating a lot of food. It just wasn't loaded down with unhealthy preservatives and all this stuff that your body can't process, so it just stores in as fat or whatever. And now since I've been back here, I've just slowly been putting on that weight, even eating a lot healthier than I have in the past. But for me, the big thing is I need to, I'm staying in my apartment right now versus being in my van. When I'm in the van, I'm forced, because I can only carry so much food. So I'm kind of forced to ration my food and not eat because I'm bored, like I do a lot of times here. That's the big thing is I eat because I'm bored and I'm not making healthy choices when it comes to that. Because one thing I haven't really talked about is when I was younger, I was going to go to culinary school. So I'm actually a really, really good cook. I can just throw things together, and stuff like baking and desserts was actually the thing I was always the best at, and still am. So if I just have a few ingredients in my pantry, I just throw something together, bake it. It's not even close to being healthy, and then I eat it. It's like I'm just gonna make like some, oatmeal cookies or something, because I always have oatmeal. But until last week with Thanksgiving, I didn't have any flour or sugar or anything. Because if I have that, then I can just be like, oh, let's just throw together, some version of an oatmeal cookie. And then, you can't just make like 1 or 2 cookies. You're making like a dozen or more. And then I eat them all in one sitting. That is why I struggle with my fat percentages in my body. Which, if I'm not trying to PR or podium like I am on this next race, I'm really gonna train hard to try and podium. If I'm just out, just to run or still race, but just to have fun at the races, not pushing myself, I'm okay with how much I weigh right now. actually makes it more enjoyable to run. Not gonna lie. Not having to worry about any of that stuff. And I hate to like have that kind of mindset, because skinnier isn't always the best when it comes to being a runner. And body what do you call it, dysmorphia or whatever, and eating disorders and stuff are really prevalent. So it's not necessarily your weight, it's where you're your healthiest at. So if you're your healthiest at, having an extra 15, 20 pounds, it's actually better for you as a runner. Makes for a way better, way more enjoyable running experience. And you're probably not going to get as injured as much. That's the fine line if you're, focused on, you go get a test on what your, because it's all strength power ratios as far as what you're most efficient at running and all that. But that's a fine line between getting injured and staying healthy. And I would rather stay healthy than get injured. Oh, well, that's pretty good. What have we done? Have we done? I've lost track of how many laps we've done here. At least 2. Oh, maybe we'll do one more. I set out only to do a 5K, and we've already ran more than that. Oh, but yeah, I do love my food. I love it. Well, that's really what it comes down to is, do you have a healthy relationship with food or not? I do not. I will eat my feelings. I'll eat when I'm bored. I heard that old guy, he's like, I've been retired for about 12 years now. I'm like, geez, by the time I'm your age, I'll be retired for 30 years. That's what I used to always tell people when I was a HRO for the active duty side of the house out here at the fort. And all these morning. All these active duty people would come in to be counseled, like, should I retire or not? It's like I used to always tell them, are all your kids out of the house? If the answer is yes, then what do you want to do? Like, if you're working until you're 60, are you going to be able to enjoy your retirement? Whatever your retirement goals are. Let's see. Yeah, we'll just go back. And it's like, if the answer to that is yes, then keep working. If you enjoy what you're doing and all that. That's like I used to tell too. It's like, if you don't enjoy your job, then why suffer it out for another 10 years as well? But if your answer is you want to go see the world, do all this stuff, and you're not going to be able to enjoy that when you're all decrepit and whatever, depending on what your goals are, of course, then retire now so you can enjoy it. It's also, a completely different environment on the military side, because you can retire a lot easier than, say, a civilian out there working in a big company or whatever. They're feeling good right now. That makes me feel better, because the reason why I started backing off a little bit last week and this week is I was feeling just a little bit of niggle in my hamstring, or my hamstring, my left hamstring, and then my right Achilles / calf muscle. Do not need to get injured this early on in my training block. I always wonder when I'm out running around like this how many people recognize me, because at one time I was I don't know what you say, a very well recognized, I don't want to say recognize again, but a local runner in this town. But then I left for like 4 years, although I did spend a little bit of training here last spring. And even the year before that, I spent probably a month here training as well. And I'd see people on the race scene, down in some of the bigger ultras down in like Utah or Arizona, and they'd be like, they'd just come up to me and be like, "You from Montana?" And I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Oh, I thought I recognized you." But also from all the people I used to work with out at the fort, even though, people have moved on to different duty stations and whatever, but there was a lot of civilian employees out there that all knew me. So I'd just be running around and they'll be like, "Hey, I know that guy." Like I saw somebody the other day, they were like, just random. I haven't even I worked with him, served with him years ago. He just made a comment on one of my Facebook posts like, "Did you retire?" I'm like, "Yeah, a couple years ago." Don't get me wrong, I do miss the pay, but man, my stress level is so much better. making 4 times as much money as I make now. Which is why I live so simple. Mostly in my van. And I own my place here, so although I still still have a mortgage payment to make, but for a while there it was doable because I had a tenant renting it out, but that person left in August and didn't feel like renting it out again, which has worked out great now for me to be here, although I normally even still would be here right now, but it's still okay. Thinking about getting parking pass, and I think this is the garage that I'd have to get it for, but it looks like it's an electronic pass to get in and out of here, which is weird to me. Looks like the garage is right next to my building where I'm parked at right now. It's just like you have to pay each day, or if you get a permit, it's just a little tag you put in your windshield. Well, see, it's a good thing we're almost done with my run, because I am almost out of battery. It's a little bit colder out. It always drains the battery. I noticed that with my old phone, even when we were in DC. The colder it got, faster my battery would drain. Perfect temperatures. If I'm streaming, I can get about an hour and 40 to 2 hours worth of streaming. You just got an alert. GG Twitch. Yeah, see, now I'm done. You missed it all. Oh, man. Yeah, see, that wasn't even an hour of streaming. Need external battery pack with Snuggie, yeah. Well, if I were my vest, I could have brought my extra battery pack, but my tattoo artist, tattoo shop, they officially moved, although today they're going to take their vinyls off the windows and move them over to their new shop space, but sucks. I was able to just, like, literally before my appointments, I could be like 2 minutes beforehand, walk out my door and walk over into my appointment. There's some people over here on the bench where I usually go, so oh, you guys are staring at the top of my head. Didn't even notice. So we're gonna go right here. We will sit right here. Oh, there we go. You wanted to play games? Okay. I had dreams all night last night being inside of the video game. Be inside of 7 days. But I'll play again tonight. I don't know. I'll probably maybe stream it, go live again. I don't know, 4 or 5 this afternoon. Who knows? Depends on how bored I get. Whoa, jeez. I do need to go run to the grocery store because I really, really want, with the way the weather's turning, I really want tomato soup and a grilled cheese sandwich. So I'm going to have that for lunch, but that means I have to go run to the store. Yeah, it's up to you if you want. That'd work out okay. That'd be fine. Oh, man. I'm not even that tired. I actually slept pretty good. Fed building for a tour. Yeah, you can't get in the side of there. Actually, the lower stories, I went by the door the other day on the backside, and the lower stories are not FBI or anything, let's put it that way. I think they're up on the top, just the top floor. I think it's FBI, U.S. Marshals, and somebody else up there. If it's the same as it was a few years ago, because I had an insider in there. DEA, could be DEA, yeah. Oh, man. Okay, well, I'm going to go. That was enough sitting around. I'm going to go run to the store before I lose all motivation and before it gets really busy with the lunch crowd, because it normally does on a Friday. People work half days, so you get the normal lunch people that go there and get stuff from the deli, and then you have the people that work half days that are getting all their groceries for the weekend. So it gets pretty busy there. Talk to Rachel. Yeah, I'll see. I don't know if she's busy this weekend or not. I don't know if she's working. She told me, but I don't remember. But she was. Yeah, I picked the largest map available. Just because I wanted to be able to, like, I like the large map. Well, let's put it this way. In previous versions, I loved the large map because there was a lot more to explore. But now it takes forever to load in, so that's why, like, it was crazy loading in yesterday. I mean, it took about 10 minutes for it to generate and for me to load in yesterday. But I'm gonna go and get me some foods and stuff. Grind orange, yeah. Okay, my phone's gonna die. The screen is getting darker and darker, which means it's gonna die, so I gotta go anyways. But bye, everybody, and I will see you guys maybe tonight, probably tonight. Yeah. All right, bye.